I really enjoyed what he said about that polygamy does ruin wives.
You have
It
women.
does.
It really does.
Yeah. And that what he was saying resonated with me. One of the things that once I came out of and excommunicated and came down here and was living on my own, one of my things that I was like, I am not going to marry or date a crazy polygamous chick is how I put it in my brain. Yeah. And I really was trying to avoid dating anybody from the community or from anybody I knew growing up. And it was because Mel and I became friends beforehand. And
I was kind of a big thing.
And
so.
she was completely different. When I knew her, she was completely confident. She had had some confidence about her and was a go-getter.
Yeah.
And cute.
Yeah. And I know when I first asked Cory out, he was like, yeah, the blank look on his face was awesome. I was like, oh gosh, this kid is whooped over me. So it was awesome. But so I really appreciate the way that David points this out when Suki says something to the effect of, conflict between the wives. And David's like, no, that they want conflict between the wives. And we've talked about this on our channel before, where he's like, no, the men they pit these women against each other so that they always maintain a level of control. Now, of course, we're watching this with my mom. And I said, Mom, did you feel like this happened to you in polygamy? And she's like, absolutely. And I said, because as a child, I observed this happening, that my dad would say something to one wife, say something to another wife. Then that way they're always bickering at each other and they're never focused on him and what's happening with him. And that way he's a puppet master pulling all these strings.
Well, and also they don't, within this group, within the teachings, if they know that the man's messing up, they really shouldn't be saying something negative about him. One of the rules is that you don't talk negative about your husband.
Your priesthood leaders.
Your priesthood leaders, yeah. So you could go and talk to maybe somebody above him and ask if this is proper behavior, and if they say no, then they would go talk to the priesthood leader.